stars adorn the deep blue sky. What care I for moon or stars? What care I for storm or rain? If I never hold my love again. Maracaibo songs are filled with joy, telling tales of love for girl and boy. But music has no charms, not even love's refrain, if I never hold my love again.
We have a blowout here and need assistance. Our production engineer was killed.
Is he still in the rain?
Yes, a tragedy.
Where?
I'll hold on.
Arabia? What company? You can't. Yeah, I see.
For you, senor.
Thank you. Well, do you have an idea where Greece the Arthur brothers
Mr.
are?
Collins could help us. When could he be here?
Yeah, I see.
No, I'm afraid we cannot wait that long. Do you know of any others?
Okay, thanks. Goodbye.
Many thanks, senor.
Anything good, Largo? Did you locate Vic Scott?
Nada.
No.
Good morning, Senor Orlando. I carried out your instructions for the widow's welfare. But as for finding someone to put out the fire, Senor Neems is in the hospital. Senor Troy was killed in a fire 2 months ago.
Tucker is on his way to Somaliland. Arthur brothers aren't fighting fires anymore. I'll try Hernandez in Havana. Maybe he knows where Vic is.
I already called him from the house. Nothing. Says Vic left Havana. He'll try and find out where he is and let me know.
Vic's our best bet. He knows more about dousing an oil fire than all the other jokers put together.
Miguel, I wondered if I could stay a little bit longer. Maybe I could help.
Larga distancia, por favor.
There must be somebody if we can't get Vic.
So far, there isn't. We've been trying.
Call Francel in New York. He used to have a crew that could handle anything.
Won't hurt to try. We ain't done business with them in years, but won't hurt to try. Larga distancia. This is for New York. Urgent. Very urgent.
Quiero hablar con Galveston, Texas, por favor. Thank you, I will.
What company? You can't? What about the O'Donnells? Yeah, I see.
Now, wrap those real nice before you send them off, will you? Do you have any scarves? Maybe I'll send some of them, too.
Sí, señor, cómo no. Un momentito.
Those are for some secretaries I know back home.
Oh, look, Felicia. Here's a live parrot. Oh, isn't he beautiful? I'd so like to pet him. Huh?
Excuse me, ma'am. You know, with any animal, just let them know you're not afraid of them. They won't bite. Here, buddy. You dad-gasted hellfire green monster. Well, in mating season, you can't depend on anything.
Shall we go, Felicia? We're late. Senor.
Oh, well, I tell you, I changed my mind about that, all right?
Oh, muchas gracias.
Thanks,
Adiós.
Now, senorita, the boat is ready.
Yes, thank you.
I will prepare the skis, senorita.
Laura, before you go, please let me take one picture, huh?
All right.
Up on the wall. And I want a great big smile from you.
What is it they say to get a nice smile? Cheese? All right. Cheese, cheese, cheese.
There. Now, if this is no good, I kill myself.
Oh.
Laura, you can go ahead. I'll show you the picture when you come back, huh? And I'll take care of all your things. Don't worry. I'll see you at the car, Laura.
Right, senor?
Can you catch that other boat?
Ah, si, senor.
I saw this in Life magazine. It works.
I hope you don't ruin your suit.
Nah, it's wash and wear. Mind if I join you?
Not my ocean.
Well, thank you, ma'am. I hate doing things alone, especially when there's a pretty girl around.
You're very persistent, aren't you?
Well, situations like this, I always remember the Alamo. You a model?
A what?
A model. You know, clothes, bathing suits.
Certainly not.
Well, don't get sore, ma'am. I like models. I know a lot of them. I like them.
Sorry to disappoint you.
You should model bathing suits. You do this one a lot of good. Hey, take it easy. This is my mate, Tramp. I haven't had this feeling since I was a little old baby. It's not funny the way it feels out here. Boy, oh boy, that's wet. Stop laughing. That's not nice.
I'm sorry. I can't help it.
Now, you ought to be flattered. The first time I've ever gone to such lengths to meet a girl.
Well, I am flattered, but you still haven't met me.
You know, ma'am, you're absolutely right. I'm Vic Scott.
I'm Laura Kingsley.
It seems like I know that name.
Seems like you know a lot of girls' names. Alicia, this is Mr. Scott. This is Montera. Mrs. Montera's husband's the biggest publisher in Venezuela.
How do you do, ma'am?
How do you do?
Oh, thanks, amigo.
Muchas gracias, señor.
Can we give you a lift somewhere, Mr. Scott?
Well, it sure would come in handy. I'm at the Villa. Thank you both, ma'am.
Oh, it is nothing. In back, please.
Yes, ma'am.
husband takes wonderful photos with his camera, but I am so stupid.
It's the first time Laura Kingsley ever lost her head.
I'm sure I've heard that name somewhere.
I'm sure, too. Miss Kingsley is a very famous author.
Oh, sure. That's right, Laura Kingsley. Didn't I read about you winning some sort of prize?
Only the Harper's Literary Award, that's all.
Oh, you must be good.
And what do you do, Mr. Scott?
I'm in oil. What are you doing in Caracas?
Oh, research on my next book. I've written too much about things I know. I want to get a fresh look at people. People with a fresh point of view. Now, you see, that's what I mean by a fresh point of view. Each building with a different color.
Yeah, it's a good idea, too, ma'am. You'd have to be awful drunk to forget which one you live in. You know, ma'am, there are some places in Caracas a woman can't go without a man long. I'd be glad to look after you.
Well, that's very generous, but Mrs. Montero and her husband are taking very good care of me.
How long are you going to be here?
Oh, I'm leaving tomorrow.
Oh.
Well, here we are, Mr. Scott.
Thank you, ma'am. Say, what are you doing tonight? I'd like to show you some of the sights.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't.
Well, thanks for the buggy ride.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Yes, goodbye.
Mommy, is that man gonna be spanked?
Senor Landon is well, except for this unfortunate tragedy. In fact, he's going to be married soon to Miss Elena Holbrook. Well, give Mr. Miller my very best regards when he returns.
Here's the guest list for tonight, please.
What's from Miller?
Miller is wildcatting on his own with great success. He is very busy.
Nobody. I don't know what else there is. And Santos called from the Weather Bureau. The barometer's falling, and they've issued storm warnings.
We're in luck. Big Scott's somewhere in Caracas on a vacation.
Why'd you say so, boy? Let's go get him.
Which one he wants to fly over after him?
I'll get him. I know just where to look for that Joy boy.
A turn now, Ricardo. You're such a wonderful dancer.
Yes, wonderful dancer.
Felicia, Ricardo's a magnificent dancer.
Yes. Felicia?
Oh, please do. I want to see you dance.
Very well. Excuse us, please.
Yes.
Mr. Scott, I just wanted to explain. I didn't mean to snub you this afternoon,
I don't blame you. I don't look my best with my pants wet.
Well, as I was saying, I am leaving in the morning, and this is my last evening here, and I must spend it with the Monteros. I just didn't want you to think that I was rude.
You were quite right, ma'am. You're really not my type. I mean that as a compliment.
You seem to think differently this afternoon.
Well, it's hard to tell without clothes. You know, in a bathing suit.
Oh.
But, if you have a minute, could I buy you a drink?
Well, I'm not sure, really, but... Yes.
Fine. What would you like?
Well, I've heard about them, but I've never had one. A Maracaibo.
2 Maracaibo. Si, senor. I still say you'd make a heck of a model. You do very well with what you wear.
I think you do very well with what you wear. How is your waterproof suit?
Oh, fine. I just wore it in the shower and hung it up to dry.
Oh.
Tell me, Miss Kingsley, exactly what sort of books do you write? Only bestsellers?
Oh, No. I've written 3, and only the last is a bestseller. The others are what you might call worse sellers.
Salute.
It's delicious.
What's it called?
A Maracaibo.
I mean your book, the bestseller.
Female in the Dark of Night.
Sounds like something I'd enjoy.
You'd better read it before you jump to conclusions, Mr. Scott.
Could be, except I don't get very much time to read novels, but I'll read your book, that's a promise.
I still wish you'd explain about my being not your type.
Well, ma'am, if I was to ask you right now to leave here with me and hit the hot spots, you're the type that'd say no.
Oh, of course. I couldn't just leave the Monteras. They're my hosts.
Laura. We were worried. What happened to you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I ran into Mr. Scott. You remember Mrs. Montera?
Well, how could I forget her?
And Mr. Montera, Mr. Scott.
How do you do?
Yes.
Laura, it's very late. We must leave now.
Oh, darling, you and Ricardo wouldn't mind if I stayed just a little while longer with Mr. Scott? He's giving me some very valuable information for my book.
I'm with the Encyclopedia Alcoholica.
Yes.
Of course, Laura, if you wish. Vámonos, Ricardo.
I won't be late. Oh, I really shouldn't have done that.
I think you did a terrible thing, ma'am, and I'm glad. Here we go. Let's get rolling. Maracaibo to you.
I was sure they put perfume in it. It tastes like it.
Your imagination supplies that, like in one of your books, maybe.
My books, I hope, have truth as well as imagination.
What are your books about?
About love, mostly.
About love. From experience?
Well, not exactly.
In that case, I propose a toast to research. Why don't you let your hair down?
All right, I will. Just for you.
He was here with a lady, senor, but they have left.
Learning fast.
I feel just like a satellite going around the world. Or is that the world going around me? How much of the secret fuel does it take to send you into space?
Well, I don't know, ma'am. About the 16th, I begin to lose count.
You call everybody man.
Everybody but misters. How's research?
I think it's just wonderful. Can we go where there's some air? Can we?
Sure. I know just the place. the difference?
Oh, words, words, words. There is no difference.
But I live, ma'am. I mean, Laura, I don't just sit around dreaming things up.
You live, Vic. You astound me. Your life is about as much fiction as anything I could write. An oil fire, a plane to somewhere, a frenzied vacation, the same gifts, the same words. Sally, Irene, Mary. You call that living?
I sure do. Now, what about you? You write a book about love. You win a prize. You don't live life. You just write about it. And if you're awfully lucky...
If I'm awfully lucky, I'll meet a man like Vic Scott. And perhaps someday receive a gift from some faraway place.
I'm glad you changed the subject. Real high, buddy.
I'm glad we are. Oh, I like it up here. I never want to go back to Earth again.
Why? I thought we had a pretty good time there.
The best I've ever had on Earth. If it would stay like that, I wouldn't mind.
I'll see if I can arrange it. I know a congressman real well.
Oh, I like you, Vic.
I like you too, buddy.
Promise me, if you ever send me a gift from some far-off place, it won't be what you send the others.
That's a promise. Anything for you has to be special. Buddy, what are you doing here?
What, did I have a ball fighting you? You must have every tank bigger than a beer can in Caracas. I got drunk just looking for you. Hey, wake up, boy. We got a blowout.
Okay, I hear you. Is it still confined?
When I left it was. It's pretty bad, Vic. Can you come right away? We got a storm warning, too. A heavy Marullo, baby. I checked you out of your hotel. I got your luggage along. I got a DC-3 waiting.
Easy, boy. You wake up the whole country. And look, buddy, I'll have to get a taxi and send you home. I'm going to a fire.
Oh, where's the fire?
In Maracaibo, miss, and it's real urgent.
Is there room on the plane for another passenger?
Now, look, buddy, you're not
Vic,
even...
please. All my life I wanted to go to a real first-class flyer. Could be dashed by the Monteras and pick up my things. It'll only take 5 minutes.
Milt, 5 minutes. Let's take the little lady along, okay?
Look, I don't care if you take Hazel, Mabel, Lucy, or Becky, but 5 minutes is all we can spare. In 30 minutes, we're going to be flying.
Good to see you again, Milt.
Same here, Vic. What does it take a fire for you to fly and see an old friend?
Well, you know how it is. Say, I heard you got married. Who is it? Somebody from Brooklyn?
There you go again. The way you say Brooklyn, you make it sound like a disease. No, she's not from Brooklyn. She's from right here. I never had it so good. She's a good cook, too. We got a couple of kids, too.
Well, that's nice to hear. I was afraid the only thing you were interested in was an oversex gal who owned a bar.
Oh.
Well, good morning, Miss Maracaibo.
Want some coffee? You take creamy sugar?
No, thanks. Just black.
Well, tell us how it feels to be a satellite the morning after.
Please. Oh, this is absolutely idiotic. I never should have done this.
Oh, sure you should. We were on the radio with Maracaibo. Senor Orlando is delighted. He thinks you're one of the real big-shot novelists of our time.
It's very gracious of him, whoever he is.
He's one of the richest men in the world. He can come about $1 million a week.
Lucky man.
Not always.
Did you encourage me? Or did I do this all by myself?
It was your idea. The Brooklyn Fargoyer is my witness.
Oh, I must have been out of my mind. Oh, good heavens. The Monteras. Oh, no. I remember.
You know, you look real good dressed this way, but in case you don't agree, your clothes are along back there.
Thank you.
And before you meet Orlando, an exploding well a few years ago sent a piece of steel right through his throat. And he can't talk at all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Take a look.
Maracaibo?
Part of it. Can't see the fire from here. The lake's 120 miles long. There's over 6,000 oil wells down there.
Will we go straight to the fire?
No, we're picking up Orlando on the way first. He'll have a police escort and limousine waiting. You can bet on that.
Senor Orlando, Lago Orlando.
How do you do?
Senor Orlando would have fired all his wells had he known the flames would bring you to Maracaibo.
Well, thank you for your hospitality.
Miguel, good to see you. Been a long time. Lago, you've grown to be a regular old man, buddy.
You haven't changed much, buddy.
Miguel, I'd sure like to take a look at that fire.
Oh, will I have a chance to see it later? Otherwise, I'll...
Sleepy, huh? Sure. See you later.
Senor Orlando hopes you will forgive him for the urgency of the business. Amelia will take care of your needs until we return.
Of course. Thank you.
Señorita, por aquí. For the engagement party tonight, Senor Orlando plans to be married.
Oh?
Any closer, they'll singe you crisper than an outside cut.
We'll have to clean off that debris and have the gases going straight up before I can get on there to blast. What's the pressure at the head?
Oh, about 2,000 pounds, flowing about 500 barrels an hour.
How long is the pressure going to stay up?
Oh, about 4 or 5 days, then it'll drop to about 60 pounds.
Then we'll wait. Get out on the platform, clear it off, and snuff out the wick.
Miguel feels such a delay would be dangerous. The oil flowing shoreward is a threat not only to the other wells, but to the people in their homes. He does not want a repetition of the disastrous fire of 39.
Have you got diving gear?
Well, sure I got diving gear.
I don't mean the big helmet, air pump kind of rig. I mean skin diving gear. Face mask, self-contained tank.
Sure, we can find it in Caracas.
Well, with skin diving gear and a hot tap assembly, I could install a bleed-off valve.
Well, the kind of assembly you want, I don't know where to get in a hurry.
A little old place called Houston, Texas, buddy, not Brooklyn. How long would it take to get here?
Well, it'll be a couple of days anyway.
Miguel will arrange with the Ministry of Defense to have one of our jet fighters pick up whatever is necessary.
Good. In that case, we'll have it here in the morning. And if you don't mind, I'll have my divers here, big helmets and all, cut out the outer caisson, and be ready for the master's touch.
You want to go any closer?
Heck no, get away from that monster.
Come on. Hey, don't be afraid. Come on. Oh, you want some? Come on. Come on. Hey. I'm Elena Holbrook. Oh. How do you do? I'm Laura Kingsley.
I know. I was in Caracas shopping. When I got back, you were having a nap. Would you like a drink?
Oh, no, thank you. Not now.
You flew in with Vic Scott this morning.
Yes, do you know Vic?
Well, everyone knows of him. Have you known him long?
No, less than 24 hours. Am I right in assuming that you're Senor Lando's fiancée?
I'm the lucky girl.
You are indeed. From what I've heard of him and my brief meeting with him this morning, he seems a remarkable man.
Yes, he is.
It's his brother. He's so charming.
His brother?
Yes.
Oh, Lago. Lago isn't Miguel's brother. His parents were Americans working down here. He was orphaned in the big fire of '39. Miguel adopted him.
Oh, I see. He appears very devoted.
May I ask you a personal question?
Yes.
Well, Miguel says... Well, he says that no woman since Elizabeth Barrett Browning has written so eloquently about love. Well, I was simply wondering if...
You mean, do I live what I write?
I suppose a lot of people have asked you that.
Yes, and I always give the same answer. You don't have to die to write a death scene.
The Harper's Literary Award is quite a catch.
Never thought of it like that. Good deal of work, believe me, and a good deal of doubt, and some satisfaction.
Well, there you are, darling. Were you out at the fire?
Everything's under control now that Vic's on the job. Senor Lando is pleased that you two have become acquainted. You're a very rewarding sight, Miss Kingsley. That is, Senor Lando says.
Thank you, both.
Vic will be here in a moment.
When will he put out the fire? Today? I don't want to miss it.
I'm afraid it's not that easy, Miss Kingsley. You see, we have to order some special equipment before he can even begin.
Hi. Well, the night's research sure didn't dim your fire. You look as bright as a dime.
I feel more like 2 cents, I'm afraid.
Vic, I'd like you to meet Miguel's fiancée, Miss Elena Holbrook, Mr. Scott.
How'd it do?
I've heard so much about you, Mr. Scott. I feel I already know you.
Miss Holbrook, my good friend Miguel, amor, pesetas, which you already have, and a long and happy life. You know, we sure made some changes since I was around here last. More painting, statues, television.
Yes, the homes of Venezuela are filled with dead cowboys now.
You'll excuse me, I think I better take a shower, maybe a little 5-minute nap. See you in a bit.
Mr. Scott, I'll show you where your room is. You might get lost here. Excuse me.
You don't have to show me where it is, just tell me.
Please, Vic. It's quite a shock after 3 years. Thanks for covering up. I didn't want Miguel to know about us. It would only bother him.
I wouldn't be surprised. A gentleman of his caliber.
How have you been?
Never worry about this, boy. Where's my room?
Vic, I want to talk to you.
You and I have nothing left to talk about.
You were wrong about me.
Yeah, sure I was. Look, I don't want to get started on that.
Please. I have a new start here. People think well of me. I'm going to marry Miguel.
Boy, he'd better brace himself.
But I've changed.
Sure you have. From the Dutch merchant to the Bolivian playboy, up and up and up to the host with the most.
You know I like good living, Vic. I can't help it.
Yeah, and you still get it at the same old price. Is that my room?
No. Vic, you blame me. It never occurred to you that. Let it go. That's all past. Just don't interfere. That's all I ask. That much you owe me.
I owe you? That's a laugh. I owe Miguel something. He's my friend. Question is, how do you tell your friend that the girl he's going to marry is a tramp? Are you going to show me my room or not?
That was very generous of you, Miss Kingsley. I'm honored. This will be more than ever a treasured possession.
Oh, you're very kind.
I have long admired the many qualities of your writing, but I had not expected you to be so beautiful. Why? Because though you write so knowingly of a woman's need for love, you have never written of the fulfillment of that need.
was, I'd give him the ears and the tail.
Miguel, may I have the pleasure of dancing with your fiancée?
Oh, I'd love to. Excuse me.
Oh, go right ahead, buddy. Miguel's a great dancer. All I can do is bunny hug.
Jack?
Yeah?
You very fond of Miss Kingsley?
Sure. She's quite a gal. Boy,
I just wondered.
you got a crush on her already, boy?
Stop kidding. I admire her, that's all, and I just wondered how serious you were about her.
Now, listen, Father Confessor, the only thing I'm serious about is fighting fires. Does that take a load off your mind?
I'm so glad I came here. It's a lovely party.
Miguel is a wonderful dancer, isn't he?
Oh, the best.
A little more champagne, Vic?
Sure. Just leave the bottle. French sure know how to package things, don't they?
Well, I thought all you could do was bunny hug.
Well, that's what I've been doing. You inspire me, ma'am. Besides, dancing is the only excuse for doing this in public.
Oh.
Miss Kingsley? Excuse me. Vic, the underwater gear just arrived. Milt phone, he's going to bring it down to the dock now.
Oh, is that all? I thought you were going to ask the lady for a dance.
I'd really love to, but I should stay by Miguel.
I understand, Lago.
Can I borrow a car?
Yes, it's in the drive.
Want to come along?
Yes, where?
See, that's how you get into trouble, buddy. Should ask where first.
Oh. Bye, Lago.
Bye.
Lago, you've been ignoring me.
I'm sorry. I must look after Miguel's interests. You'll excuse me.
Oh, now I know why they put seatbelts in these things. You always fly this low?
Only when I drive.
Hey, what took you so long?
They've got speed laws around here, you know. They might not have them where you come from.
Okay. When you lay off Brooklyn, you know there's lots worse places to be from.
Where?
All right. Your gears are back in the truck. You sure are a brave soul, Miss Kingsley, riding in a car with Vic.
Oh, not really, Mr. Carger. Just living dangerously for a change.
How do you like Maracaibo?
I think it's wonderful. Have you been here long?
We're going on 15 years. Vic and I came down here together.
What, to fight fires?
Nah, we were just tool pushers then. Vic didn't get into this crazy racket till about 7 or 8 years ago. Sure is a nervous way to make a living.
Milt,
Yeah.
check those tanks for me, will you? Make sure they're off the full pressure. Pure air now, no oxygen.
Okay. Say, where'd you learn to do this underwater work?
Oh, I had 2 years in the service with the Frogmen. I spent so much time underwater, I'm still soggy. What time in the morning are you going to be ready?
Oh, 9 o'clock. I figure the hot tap assembly should be here by then.
Thanks.
I'll stow away your gear for you.
Okay.
Good night, Miss Kingsley.
Good night.
And take it easy.
Oh, don't worry. I'm a big girl now.
I'd say you're just about right.
Well, I didn't think you noticed.
There it is, Pavoroso number 7. I thought you'd like to see it.
It's frightening. I didn't think it was anything like that. Is it true a storm is moving this way?
Yeah, looks like it. If we get it before we put that fire out, it can turn Maracaibo into one big inferno.
I think you enjoy fighting fires because it is dangerous and has a challenge for you.
Well, I don't know. Somebody's got to do it.
Well, why you? Why do you do it?
It's made me a rich man, for one thing. That means something to me. I got my education in bits and pieces, just like my food and clothing. Now, I can buy just about anything I want.
That's not your reason. Not really.
Well, I don't have to do it, if that's what you mean. I've got a few all-wells of my own. Only a handful of men in the world can lick a fire like that. Less than a dozen men, you know, that's a fact. Makes me feel sometimes that I'm bigger and better than anybody else. You make me feel that way too, buddy. Then why don't you let your hair down?
Just feel.
You know, we were having a lovely time in Caracas when we were interrupted. Where did we leave off?
I think it was here.
They say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. I think you found a new route. I like your mouth when you smile. I like your mouth. Excuse me. I didn't think it was just my idea.
Oh, I didn't say it was, Vic. It's just that...
What?
The big past between you and Elena Holbrook is very obvious.
So it's past?
I'm not so sure.
Well, I'm telling you it is. Now, what else?
I won't be made love to by a man who...
What?
Who's pretending I'm somebody else.
Now, look, if you don't want me, that's okay. Don't expect me to buy a phony reason like that.
It's true, isn't it?
Elena is your excuse tonight. If Milt hadn't caught up with us, what would have been your excuse last night? Well, what do you know? It's the story of your life, isn't it? You love as an idea, not as a fact. You won't admit there are some things you just can't do mentally.
You have no
I'll give you a title for your next book, Miss Kingsley. Female completely in the dark.
You enjoy the party, Miss Kingsley?
Oh, it was a lovely party. I hope Senor Orlando didn't mind my leaving with Vic.
Oh, no, he wants you to feel completely at home here. He likes you very, very much.
And I like him. He seems like an unusually sensitive and fine person.
He's the finest person I've ever known. He has understanding and compassion for everyone. Sometimes he doesn't know what's best for his own good. I hope you'll be with us as long as you can.
Thank you.
Good night, Miss Kingsley.
Good night. I'll go. I'd borrow a book and read myself to sleep. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm overtired. You were right about me. I don't know anything about love. Not the kind I feel for him. Oh, I've written about what I think it is or thought it should be. But I've never felt it before. Not really. Is it possible to fall so in love with a man I hardly know? A man I just met 2 days ago? I'm ashamed to admit it, but I think this is the first truly normal and honest feeling I've had for any man. Oh, Miguel, if I should be just another woman to him, I don't think I could stand it.
I'd like to speak to you in your room.
What about?
Come on, I'll tell you what about.
Margot, what are you doing? What's the matter with you?
This. And this. And this. And this.
Why, you filthy,
Keep quiet and listen to me. You're not going to marry Miguel, Elena. I want you to leave here as soon as you can. Make some excuse for why you're breaking off the engagement, without humiliation to him or to you. I haven't shown this to him yet, but if I have to, I will.
Vic, afraid to fall in love. I just never would have thought that a man like Vic. Do you think if he knew how I really feel about him, it might make a difference? I don't know what to do. Tell him?
Doing here? Are you crazy? If anybody sees you...
I don't care if they do. I don't care anymore.
Well, I do. Get out of here.
Vic, I can't go through with it.
Can't go through with what?
The marriage. I just can't.
Go tell Orlando, not me. Now get out and stay out, will you?
Vic, listen to me, please. You never let me explain, even before, with us.
Explain what? I walked in on you. Beating you up instead of him. What was there to explain?
A lot. What did you know about me or care? Except that you wanted me. You never needed me. You just wanted me. I thought you were different.
Oh, come on, Elena, you're wasting your time. I bought the Brooklyn Bridge once. I'm sure not going to buy it again.
You told me when you were a kid you had a hard time. Well, it's worse for a girl. Believe me, it is. From the time I was 15, I despised myself and everybody else. I thought all men were pigs and animals. Except you. I thought you would give me love and respect.
And I did, until I got wise. Now, come on, I told you, you're wasting your time.
You haven't gotten over me, Vic. That's why it still makes you mad. I can hear it. I can see it. Oh, love me, Vic. Please love me.
Are you insane?
I'm the same, Vic. It can be the same as when we first met. Just love me.
You know your way around men, Elena. You made a fine study of it. You don't have to prove that to me. But it's not enough to love somebody with your body. And that's all you know. Now get out of here before I break your neck. blasted heat.
Harder and stickier by the minute.
Where's Palmer with that assembly? Is he coming by way of Brooklyn?
I told you he left the airport a half hour ago. He should be here any minute.
Largo, what's the latest on the weather?
The barometer's still falling. The Berylio should hit sometime tonight unless it shifts direction. Miguel would like you to explain precisely what you intend to do underwater, Vic.
Oh, sure, Miguel. Well, we'll take the assault boat as close as possible to the well. I dive down to here. I install the bleed-off assembly, if we ever get it.
It'll be here.
Then I drill into the casing. I'll make the cut about here. This will reduce the pressure and flow so we can clear off the platform and blast out the plane. Well, many different ways of doing it, of course. Sometimes we rig a boom and drop a bomb on it.
Hello, Miss Kingsley.
Good morning, Mr. Carger. Good morning, everybody. You're already gone by the time I got up this morning, and it just didn't seem right not to say good luck to all of you.
It was very thoughtful of you, Miss Kingsley. Milt, Senor Orlando would like to speak with you a moment.
Well, this is a surprise. I guess I ought to apologize for last night. Not for the past. That was a good idea. But, no hard feelings?
Oh, heavens, no. In fact, I learned something about myself. I was about to come and tell you last night. Then I saw her coming out of your room.
Oh, now, look, don't jump to any conclusions. I tried to...
You don't have to explain, Vic. I'd like you to.
Elena and I were almost married a few years ago. Didn't work out. I was kind of bitter for a while, but it's finished now. She just didn't want Orlando to know, that's all.
Vic, I love you. There. That's what I was going to say last night. Well, now that I've been so brazen, aren't you going to say anything?
All I can do is give you some advice, buddy. I'm not the man you're looking for. You want a guy who'll give you a happy ending. I'm strictly hit and run.
Okay, Vic, it's here.
I'll see you. Straight from Houston, Texas. Looks pretty good. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's get it aboard.
Vámonos, a la lancha.
Come on. Test those pressure gauges.
Of course I tested.
Yeah, you rigged her pretty good.
You know, that's the one big trouble with you. You forget that we built the Brooklyn Bridge long before your Texas friends ever heard of oil wells. Yeah, we had Kesars and Flatbush before Jim Bowie had a penknife.
What did I say?
It's just that everybody thinks that Brooklyn is populated by idiots.
Well, now that the bums have left,
Don't get me started on those guys. Don't get me started on them.
you better fire her up, Palmer. Now, who's going to handle the tool cradle?
Me? Who else?
And guide the assembly down the trolley line? You got 4 arms?
The lines won't foul.
How do you know?
Miguel says I can go with you. Just tell me what to do. I can take care of that tool cradle line, Milt.
Well, you better stay with Miguel while I go. We can get a roughneck.
No, Miguel's going back to the house. Amelia will be with him. Look, right now this is more important to Miguel and to me. I want to be in on it, Vic.
Okay, buddy. Let's go. Boy, that's hot. Now, Palmer, from here on, you relieve Milt at the helm. I know you're going to sizzle, but get her as close as you can and hold her steady. That's important.
Okay, Vic.
Milt,
Yeah.
I'm going to take down the trolley line. When I'm in position, I'll signal on that line, and you send down the hot tap assembly. Got it?
Got it.
Hand me the mouthpiece. Delago, you keep this airline clear. I don't want to be on this all day. I like being home for cocktail time.
Okay, General.
Well, let's go. See ya, Palmer. Now listen. When you get in a close position, you put those hoods on and keep them on.
I don't need it, Vic. I don't like anything covering my face.
You do what I tell you.
Okay.
Hand me that line.
Okay.
All right, that's close enough, Palmer. Put your hood on. You too, Largo.
As soon as you can take the line.
Come on, come on. What's bothering you?
Nothing!
He's in position.
Okay, let's get the assembly up here.
Right.
Should get a signal any minute now. Hold her steady, Palmer. It's ready. Got it. You all right, boy?
Yeah.
Must be cutting by now. Hey, what are you doing?
I can't breathe with that thing on. I can't stand it.
Hey, remember what Vic said. You better put it back on.
I can't.
Pretty soon now. Don't let it drift.
Regista santum intionem, indulcat tibi Domini quidquid reliquisti, amen.
Give me a light, will you? Vic, tell me what to do.
I'd like to, but you wouldn't do it.
Even though you hate me, I have no one else to turn to, or even talk to. I don't know what to do about Miguel, the marriage.
Told me you couldn't marry him. Anyway, don't bother me with it. I've got work to do.
Lago knew all about me. He had a whole book full of clippings. He threatened to show them to Miguel.
Dirty though. That's why you made your pitch for me last night, huh? Because Lago wouldn't let you marry Miguel.
That's true. But it isn't like that anymore. I'm thinking of Miguel now.
Feed me that slop. You don't care where you make your bed as long as it's 100% down. Do one decent thing in your whole life, Elena. Don't run out of him now when he's got nobody, when he depends on you.
That's just it. He's got me up on a pedestal and I can't live up to it. I can't bear it.
Why don't you think about somebody else for once instead of just you? Your feelings, your problems. What about him? The man's in agony now without Lago. You can't bear it. What do you think he feels?
I know. But what will happen later? He's bound to find out about me sometime. I didn't care about that before. But I do now. I don't want to hurt him.
If this is another act, Elena, it's the best one so far. I hope it isn't for your sake as well as his. The only thing I can say is to stick with him. And later, well, worry about that later.
I'll try.
This boy's crazy about peanut butter. Sure can't handle it. Look at it.
Hello. It's Palmer.
Has he got the nitro there yet?
How about the nitro? It'll be a couple of hours.
Oh, a couple hours.
Yeah? What's that? Yeah. Okay. He's doing the best he can.
It won't be good enough if that storm breaks first.
Don't you go to grab a little nap? You look pretty beat.
Why don't you grab a little nap? If I looked as psyche as you, I'd stay underwater permanently. He hasn't missed Lago yet. Why did it have to happen? Why the kid? Why him? I'll be in my room. Let me know when Palmer's on the way with the nitro.
Okay. Yeah.
ready. Hi, buddy.
May I come in?
You are in. Come on in further if you like. What's on your mind?
You?
What about me?
Well, I've been thinking about what you said on the pier. And I wonder why it has to be that way with you. Just because you were hurt once.
It's not that.
Then what? I've been very honest with you, Vic. Perhaps more honest than a woman should be. Because I believe that people can ruin their whole lives by a word or the lack of one. Have you been honest? Really honest with me?
Well, no, I haven't been. I mean, what I've said here and there hasn't been the whole truth and nothing but. I got mad at you last night because things didn't go according to plan. This morning you took me by surprise, so I reacted like a frightened snake, but I respect you a whole lot. I wanted to tell you, but I just couldn't. You know, you've got more guts than I have.
That's the nicest compliment I've ever had.
And also, I've got some business I could do in New York, and if you're going back there, maybe you could show me the sights. What do you say?
Yes.
I love you too, buddy. I've been fighting it, I tell you that. This is my last fire, I promise you. You don't have to be afraid anymore.
Oh, I'm not afraid anymore. Because I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Hey, Vic. The last weather report has the storm moving north on a diagonal, but we'll catch the fringe of it.
How soon?
Oh, 2-3 hours maybe, but sometime tonight for sure.
How long is it taking to get here with that nitro?
They better drive slower than if not, they won't get here at all.
I could have walked here faster with it. I want to get this over with.
You worried about this one, Vic? Or is it Largo?
No, I just want to finish it.
Here comes our nitro.
It's going to be my last fire. Where's he going?
For a cup of coffee, he says.
Have a nice trip?
A long half hour, Vic.
Well, let's get it aboard. $2 is a nitro, good boy.
I had to cut it in chunks and string it on primer cord.
That's my buddy, always thinking. I'll hand him down to you and Palmer.
Okay, but take it easy with that stuff.
If I drop one, you can sue me. There you go, Milt. Climb up.
What's the matter with you? You crazy? Throwing this stuff around? What do you think? It's funny? I got a wife and kids. What are you, crazy?
Things have changed since you left Brooklyn, man. You'd have to hit this with a sledgehammer to make it go off.
I know that. I just forgot. Do you mind?
Easy. What's the pressure at the head now?
Well, my slide rule boys figure about 65 pounds.
Good.
have the detonator set for 15 minutes. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, fine. Hey, the wind's coming up. Let's get going. Come over the side. Hand me this and the work line, huh?
Yeah, and this, too.
What's that?
I want to have a tow line on you.
Well, I don't.
Oh, come on. Do me a favor. Let me have a little peace of mind, will you, please? If you have to be pulled up, just give a little yank out this. Let's have a live coward instead of a dead hero, okay?
Okay. I'll take me 5 minutes to get down there. 5 minutes to tape the nitro and start the timer. We say 10 minutes to come back to the surface, get on board. That'll still give us 5 minutes to get a good distance from here before she blows.
Well, maybe I should set the timer for 20 minutes then.
No, 15's fine. I'm watching my work light when I'm on the way up. And, one more thing. When we hit our close position, don't get any closer. I don't want you to... Just keep your distance, you hear? Palmer, that's close enough. Swing her broadside and, stop so I can go over the side.
Okay, Nick. I wish this was over with. That's what I wish.
If the storm catches us before we are back at the dock, we will need more good luck.
Yeah. He's there now. I don't like the way that well is acting up again.
Shifted. The flames are spreading toward us.
Yeah. We can't just sit here. Cycle to the windward side. I'll signal Vic. We'll see through direction of the line.
Is there enough cable for him on the work line?
I think so. He's got his flashlight anyway. Let it drift a little closer. I want to give Vic a couple of tugs, just to make sure he knows where we are. Wise guy. It's a good thing I had this line on him. I guess he should be on his way. I'm going to pull him up anyway. I'm going to haul him in. Get ready to run.
Isn't back yet?
Oh, no. He should be. He put the fire out some time ago. He should be back by now. It's a long way round to the dock, of course, and...
Don't worry about him. He's indestructible.
Yes, he seems to be. He should be back by now.
I suppose Vic has told you about me.
No, not very much. And only because I saw you coming out of his room, I didn't know what to think.
Oh. I wish you luck. I really mean it. I hope it goes well for you. You might be just what he's been looking for.
Thank you. That's very nice of you.
Say hello to him for me, in case I'm not around. Miguel, I hate to do this, now especially, but I'm leaving right now. I just came to say goodbye. I could have left a letter, but for once I want to do things the hard way. No, please listen to me. Vic didn't want me to do this. He thought I should wait. But I think he's wrong. It would only hurt more later. Here, you see why. I don't belong with anyone as fine and as good as you. Lago had that. He didn't want me to marry you. He was quite right. I love you. Is that it? Oh, Miguel. No man has ever said that to me before. I thank you, Miguel. I love you. I'll learn to be your voice. I'll stay at your side as long as you want me to be.
Vic? Where's Vic?
I don't know. The explosion caught him. I don't know what happened exactly. I had a rope on him. I thought I was pulling him in, but I only had the tool bag on it. One of his jokes.
Then you think he's... Did you look for him?
We searched round and round, but the storm got so bad we had to quit.
Then maybe he's all right. He could be, couldn't he, Milt?
I don't know what to say to you. I love the guy, but it wouldn't be right to kid you. He was still down there someplace when the nitro went off.
I'm all right.
Can I help you? Get you a drink?
No, thanks.
I need one before I go and tell Orlando.
Couldn't get out from under that burning oil. And the storm hit. They couldn't see me or hear me. So I just stayed underwater and swam ashore. Borrowed some clothes, and here I am.
Vic, how did you ever... What's the idea of scaring the daylights out of everybody? I was in there getting loaded on account of you. In fact, I think I'll get loaded anyway.